Think twice before you trust everyone at work, because not everyone who smiles with you is for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through a real leadership story and show you how trust, when misplaced, can quietly damage your credibility, your relationships, and your leadership. I have just one ask before we jump in. Consider subscribing. It helps us push Low to Lead to a broader audience. Thank you. There was a leader I once worked with. Smart, driven, respected. He believed in building strong relationships. He believed in trusting, and because of that, he gave it freely, maybe a little too freely. There was one person on his team he connected with quickly. They were sharp, engaging, always had something to say. They build rapport fast. Conversations turned into collaboration. Collaboration turned into confidence. And before long, that leader trusted them with more. More information, more access, more influence. At first, it looked like a great decision. Things were moving faster. Communication felt easier. There was alignment, or at least it seemed that way. But then small things started happening. Conversations being repeated, slightly different. Ideas showing up in rooms that they weren't shared in. Subtle shifts in how others responded to the leader. Nothing obvious, nothing dramatic, just something off. And here's the part that matters. The leader felt it, that quiet feeling, that moment where something doesn't sit right. But instead of slowing down, he pushed it aside, told himself he was overthinking, told himself it wasn't a big deal, until one day he walked into a meeting and heard his own words coming from someone else, presented differently, positioned strategically, and used in a way that didn't reflect his intent. That's when it clicked. Not everything shared was being handled with integrity. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Trust is powerful, but misplaced trust is expensive, because when you trust too quickly, you give access before alignment. You share before understanding. You open doors without knowing who's walking through them. And in leadership, that cost is real. It impacts your credibility, your influence, and sometimes your reputation. Now, this doesn't mean you stop trusting people. That's not leadership either. But it does mean this: trust should be built and not assumed. It should be tested through consistency, integrity, alignment over time, not just how someone shows up in good moments, but how they handle information, pressure, and responsibility. So here's what you can do starting today. Pay attention to patterns, not just personality. Watch how people handle sensitive conversations. Watch how people represent others when they're not in the room. And watch how people carry responsibility when no one is watching. And most importantly, pay attention to that feeling, because that feeling is not random. It's awareness. Most people don't regret trusting. They regret trusting too quickly and ignoring the signs that were there all along. If you're looking for more real leadership insights like this one, check out my free podcast, Collaborative Leadership, on Spotify, or head over to lowtolead.com and explore free resources designed to help you step up your leadership game.